Hello guys, welcome back to ServiceNow 911. This is training video number 5. So in last video we have discussed about list view, form view, how to create new view, update the view, all these basic things. So today we are going to discuss about table in details. So what are tables? You know what are tables, but how to create a table, then what are type of fields we can create in tables and all the basic configurations of the fields. So without any delay, let's go to the instance. This is my demo instance. So as we already discussed, all the details are stored in tables only. So the information of all the tables is again also stored in the tables. So let's go to tables, write down tables here. You see there is an application called system definition. In that we have tables. So click on it. So you see this is a table and its name is table. Just focus on the name of the table, sys database object, sys db object. So here this is the list of all the tables which are there in this instance. So total 4300 tables. So let's open our familiar table, that is incident. You see here this is incident. Open this record. Now this is all the definition of this table. Okay, we can also open this definition using configure. So let's go to incident table here. This is incident application. This is open. So this is our incident list. We discussed it in last video. Just right click on it, go to configure, here table. If you click here, it will also open the same record like this, which we have opened from the table record. So now let's discuss the basic field of this table. This is the label. We know what is a label. This is the name. We know what is the name. It is small I incident, right? We will use this name in the scripting and all, and the same name is used in database as well. Then we have this extend table. It means whatever table mentioned here, this incident table is extending or using the same fields, okay, from this table. That's what we call inheritance. So the fields of task table will be used in incident table. So why it is so? Because let's say there are 5 tables, and in those tables we need certain fields, and these fields are common. So instead of creating these fields into all these 5 tables, that is 5 into, let's say 10 fields are common, 5 into 10, 50 fields. So instead of doing that, we have created a parent table, that is here task table, and created this field in this task table. So now you can compare. Previously we were creating around 50 fields, but here only 10 fields of task table is created. You see here the application. From where we are selecting the application, that is here. This is the global application, and rest all are the custom applications created for specific purposes. And below we have 3 sections. First one is columns. The column means all the fields of this incident table. So there are total 95 fields. We have discussed many of these fields in last lecture, at least functionally. Okay, so if you want to create a new field in this table, you can click on new and it will create a new field. And then we have the control section. In control section we have various settings like extensible. So if you want this table, that is the incident table, to be extended by other tables, you can click on it. Okay, then incident table will be extendable, but here it is not selected. Live feed, it's self-explanatory if you want to add it in the live feed. Okay, then this is important. This is the prefix. So whenever we are opening any incident table, we always see inc prefix. So this prefix is coming from here. Okay, this is the numbers. It means this is the starting number of incident. The numbering will start after this, 10,001, 10,002, something like this. And then this is the total number of digits of that incident number. So let's go here. You can count the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it is total 7 in count. So that's what we have specified here. Then we have create access control. So if you want to create extra security for these tables, depending on your functionality, your requirement, you can click on it. We will discuss more about security rules later, but just keep in mind that if you want to add additional security, you can click here. Then we have application access. It means what all applications can access this table. So here it is selected from all application scopes. It means this table will be accessible from all the applications. All the application, I mean all these applications. That's what we have selected here. But there is one more option, this application scope only. So if we select this option, this table will be accessible only from global applications. Okay. But here the option is this. Application scope is now done, but you can select the operations also. What operations such applications can do. So if you have selected can read only, so it means that all the applications can only read the data, but they cannot create anything, they cannot update any incident or delete any incident. So this is upon your wish or your functional requirement. Okay, all these options are self-explanatory. At the top we have this form action. It is delete all records. So if you want to delete all records, that is all incident records from this table, you can click on it. As soon as you click on it, it will ask you one more time where you have to type delete here. And now if you click OK, all the records of incident will be deleted, but we are not doing it. I was just showing you. So this is all about tables. At the bottom you see various related links. So if you want to design a form for this incident table, click here. Let's see what will happen. It will open the form design console. That's what we have discussed yesterday. You can modify the design, update the things accordingly in any of the view. Okay. If you want to change the layout of the form, click on it. So this is the layout. You know how to modify this layout, right? How to modify a view, how to modify a section, how to create a new view, how to create a new section. All these things we have discussed in the last video. You can revise it from there. Then we have layout list. It means it will open the list layout. As you know that in list layout we only have views, we do not have any sections, right? Here you see this is a complete list and this is the view, whatever view you want, but there is no section here because it's a very straightforward representation. So you can see you can make changes in the list layout as well. Then there is a show form. Click on it. It will open a new record of incident table unsubmitted. This is a new form. Then we have show list. Again it will open incident in the list form. Go back. Then we have show schema map. Click on it. Let's see what it is. So this is the schema map. It will basically show the extending table or the extended table of incident table. So incident table is extending task table, that you know, right? But this table is not extended by any other table, so that's why there is no other relationship. You see here, show extended tables and show extending tables. Let's go back. Then we have add to service catalog, run pinpoint. So all these are not that much important. Once we understand service catalog and all, then it will be easy. Let's leave it. At the bottom you see what are these? These are related lists. Okay. So this is the access control related list. Access control means the security part of this table. So you see there are total 73 access controls. It means the security is very tight here. We'll understand more about this security later. Just leave it. Then we have the label. So you know ServiceNow label is also stored in some different tables. So this table name is, let's open this record. So this table name is sys documentation. One more interesting thing I'll tell you. If you want to open any of the table, you just copy the name of the table, paste it here, type dot, means name of the table, dot list, then enter. It will open that table in front of you. Okay, let's try one more time. Incident dot, you see incident dot list will open incident list. And if you want to open the form, in that case just write incident dot do, enter. You see a new form is there. So when you type dot do, a new form of that table will be there, and when you type dot list, a list view of that table is opened. This is just for your information. Let's go back here. These are the database indexes. So but the main purpose of indexing is to make this table more accessible on time without any delay. Okay, and then we have this table subscription. So just leave it for the time being. We will have separate discussion on subscriptions later. So this is it about tables. So now you can create a new table easily. Okay, one more thing, these table columns, that is, you see here dictionary entries. So it means whatever new field you create, all these fields under this table will be created into a separate table, and that table is known as dictionary table. So let me find here. You see under system definition only we have dictionary. Okay, so there is a dictionary table, and this dictionary entry table will store all the fields of all the tables. Okay, the name of this table is sys dictionary. Let me find out all the fields of incident table. So just open the filter, type table, because we have to search by table name. Table is, just type the name of the table, incident, click on run. You see here total 26 fields which are there in incident table. So now I think you are confused. When we open the table definition, there are total 95 columns, but when we are seeing here in dictionary entries, it is showing only 26. Why there is a big difference? So ladies and gentlemen, just remember this extension. So you know, more than 80% fields are there in the extend table, that is the task table. So all the fields which you do not see under dictionary in the incident table, all these fields are available in the task table. Okay, so this is the power of inheritance. So total fields which are there in incident are 95. In that 95, only 26 are created for incident table, and rest all are inherited from task table. So let's find out the task table. So here you just update task. So you see here total 71 fields, and all these fields are available for any table which is extending task table, like incident, problem, change. All these tables are inheriting task table. So now let me open some fields and show you the configuration of such fields. Let's say I'll open this reference field. Okay, this is business service. Once you open a dictionary entry, it will look like this. Here you see the name of the table is selected and type of the field. This is important because here we have to specify what is the type of this field. Okay, so here we have specified reference. You know what is a reference field, which is referencing to other table. Then we have the label of the field. This is the label, and this is the column name. Then this is the selected application. Then we have active checkbox. If it is checked, it means the field is there and it will be visible on the form. If it is not, then the field is no more active. Then we have this functional field checkbox. What is the meaning of functional field option? I will explain you in later videos. Immediately after this video, I'll share a separate video because it needs a proper explanation. but for the time being we'll move to next one, that is the read only, mandatory and display. So all these are self-explanatory. If you want this field to be read only field like this where nobody can update, so you can click here. If you want it to be a mandatory like this, so you can click here. Okay, and if you want this field to be displayed in the reference table, then you have to select here. Then we have the first section as reference specification. Here we have to provide the reference to this field, means which table it will reference. Let me open the incident form. This is the incident form. Let's open this incident. So you see here, these are the fields. This is the caller field, right? This is the reference field. So here you can right click on any of the field and see some values. Right click on it and you can see configure label. Because you are an administrator, you are seeing all these options. Which will filter the result of this table. Here you are seeing total 143 users, right? But what if you want to display only a set of users? So in that case, you need to use a reference qualifier condition. So let's say I will add some condition. These all are the user fields. Okay, gender is female. Okay, so according to my condition, I only want to see the female users in the incident form caller list. Just save this. And now if you see the magnifying glass, it is showing only 65. You see, all these are ladies, all these are female users, because we have restricted it, right, using this. If I remove this, save it, now you will see different number of records. Now you see here total 143, previously it was 65, because now male and female everything is coming. But if you applied the reference qualifier or any condition here, the result will be affected by this condition. Then we have choice list specification. So if you have selected a choice field, that is a drop down, here you see this is subcategory is a drop down, right? So here it is none, then 2 options. So here we have all these options. If you want a drop down without none, or you want a drop down with none, okay, so then you have to provide any of these values. Then we have this dependent section. If this field is dependent on any other field, you have to provide name of the field. Okay, so the best example of this is category and subcategory. So based on category, the values of subcategory is changing. You see here, database, these three values. For inquiry, these three values, right? It is changing. So let's see what is the dependent in subcategory. Right click, configure dictionary. So you see here, this particular subcategory field is dependent on category, right? That's why you are seeing different value when you change the category. Then we have this calculated value section. So if the value of this field is calculated based on other parameters, you have to select calculated. As soon as you select calculated, you see, in that case, you see this is some script option. So using script, you can calculate the value of this field. In order to understand how to calculate, we must know how to script. That is the part of our later discussion. Then we have this default value. Okay. Default value is the value which will automatically come when the incident form is open. So let's open a new form. Click on create new. You see many fields are empty, but there are certain fields which are already having values like priority, impact, low, state. So these are not selected by me, it is coming automatically. So this is known as the default value. Okay. So right click on it and let's go to dictionary and see what is the default value. So just observe here, we have the choice option as drop down without none. So when there is a drop down and it is without none, you must have to specify a default value. Let's go to default value. It is showing 1. Okay. But what is 1? Just see here, this is a choice related list. It means this is a choice table, and this choice table is having label as new and value as 1. So we have provided the value, right? This is the database value and this is just a label. We have provided it as 1, that is the value, and in form it is showing the label. Okay. For all the drop downs, you can see the value. Show choice list. You see, this is the choice list here. This is the label which is there on the form. This is the value. So every time we need to do something, we have to use the value directly. So friends, this is it for today's video. In our next video, we will understand how to create a new table and then we will create new fields as well. So just wait for that video and revise this video. If you have any question, let us know in the comment section. Have a nice day. Bye bye.